All right, welcome back everybody to Operation Andromeda. This is the British Commonwealth and Free France turn 7. So France has fallen. Germany used its lightning war in order to accomplish an attack into Paris, and they took that. Italy is also at war with us, so we're going to see if we can do some things about that. And then Japan is also at war with us. So Sydney is taken. New Zealand probably isn't that far behind. But America is at $52 on the income chart. So hoping they roll an 11 and get in this war early. Anyway, we will go on into the tech rolls. Great Britain has 1 tech to roll because our major factory in London is damaged. So we will be rolling for radar. And that is a miss at a 1. So unfortunate there. We go to our buys, and we have basically no money. We do have $5 as the FEC. So it's going to be an infantry and a militia. And then Anzac lost its bank, and Great Britain got raided into the ground. So that's going to be our only buys this turn. We'll head into our combat rolls, our combat moves rather. So we're going to be starting out over here in the Pacific. We're going to have this Anzac destroyer come 1-2 into I-12, along with the Anzac transport carrying the Anzac infantry and artillery. Now this Japanese sub does have the opportunity to force a round of combat, but I reached out to the veteran and he stated that he did not want to force that round of combat. So at this point, the units will keep moving. Both of them are going to move into I-7. At this point, the transport is going to move up into I-6 and amphibiously assault Maharashtra. And the destroyer is going to move back into I-4 and go on escort duty. For the other combat movements, we have quite a bit up here. So we're going to have 1 infantry from Lower Egypt go into Western Egypt, along with the tactical bomber. The anti-air is going to board one of these transports. Let's see. How did I want to do this? So this transport that is in Gibraltar is going to pick up a Marine and a regular infantry. And it's going to come into M4. And both of those units are going to be amphibiously assaulting in Tunisia. And before I forget, our seaplane that is in Gibraltar is going to go 1-2 on map and force the subs to engage it. So that prevents them from being able to fire at the transports as they enter the sea zone or as they're doing their assaults. So let's see. This transport is going to come over 1-2, pick up a mountain infantry and a regular infantry, and it is going to go into M3. And the mountain is going to go onto Sardinia, and the regular is going to go into southern Italy. The other transport is going to come 1-2. Pick up 2 infantry. Come over here. One of those infantry is going to go into Cyrenaica. The other infantry is going to attack Tripoli. And then our transport that had the AA is going to come over here. And it's going to attack Tripolitania. And I did check, and this is something that is being clarified in the rules. It's how it currently works, but it is being clarified in the rules in 4.2 that if there are no units defending a territory, that non-infantry class units are still allowed to take it, even if they're by themselves. So we will take over Tripolitania with that anti-aircraft gun. So for our fleet movements for all of this, so the first fleet in its entirety is going to be moving 1, 2, 3 into M3 in order to protect this transport as it goes, as well as blockading these ships in port. Now, the Italians and the Germans do have the option of scrambling 3 of their ships and their 3 fighters that are in northern Italy. Assuming against our first fleet, against that overwhelming force, they're not going to do that. There is one exception here, though. So the submarine is going to be raiding in M3 instead of being part of the screening force. So we'll have that be that. But yeah, as I was saying, that's pretty well overwhelming force, but if they wish to engage, then by all means. And then joining the first fleet is going to be the light carrier that was imported at Gibraltar. So our medium bomber in Gibraltar is going to fly 1, 2, 3 and join the attack on Tripoli. And the fighter from Gibraltar is going to fly 1, 2 and join the attack on Tunisia. The fourth fleet is going to move into M4. Let's see. For now, we're going to move the battleship and the 2 heavy cruisers into M4. And the battleship and one of the heavy cruisers are going to be shore bombarding Tunisia, and then the other heavy cruiser is going to be shore bombarding Tripoli. So I think that's got all the combat movements there. And then other combat movements over here. Our fighter and our carrier on A27 is going to go on map into A35, along with our destroyer. It's going to pair with the destroyer to go after that German sub. And then our fighter that is in southern England is going to go on map in A21 to attack the German coastal sub there. So I think that has all of our combats declared. So we can go ahead and start rolling for these guys. I guess we will start here in the Pacific with Maharashtra. So we have on round 1, we have a infantry at 2 and a defending marine at 4. So our infantry is going to be in green, the defending marine is going to be in blue here. So we will roll that. And that is going to be misses for both sides. So at this point, our artillery gets to come into play. And so now both the artillery and the infantry are going to be at 3, and the marine is going to be at a 4. So that's going to be a hit for the marine. So we will lose the infantry. And so now we have an artillery at 3 against the marine at 4. And that's going to be 2 hits for the marine. All right, so our artillery is dead, and Japan will keep Maharashtra. Let's see. So we'll go now into North Africa. We will do the sub rating first. So we'll get a couple of these dice. So I guess we'll be in yellow against the Italians in brown, and we will be rolling at a +2 here. So it's going to be 0 damage. All right. Italians get to keep that IPP. We will take over Sardinia and southern Italy as walk-ons. We take over Tripolitania and Cyrenaica as walk-ons. And then we have the rest of these to do. So we can do Western Egypt first, I guess. So we'll have a infantry at 1, a attack bomber at 7, and then we'll have a motorized infantry defending at 4. So this will be R1 and R17, and this will be the Italian 4. And that was our 1, so all misses are round 1. And that is a 6, and that is a 9. So motorized infantry is dead, and we take over, or liberate rather, Western Egypt. We'll come over to Tunisia next, and we will have the shore bombards at a 4 for the battleship, and at a 2 for the heavy cruiser. So battleship is in dark blue, and the heavy cruiser is in teal for Tunisia. And that's going to be a hit with our battleship, so we'll take over Tunisia without actually having to do the land combat, which is nice. So at this point we have 3 ships in this thing, and Tripoli is surrounded because the port's blockaded now, and then we control both of these. So we will have a infantry at 1, a medium bomber at 7, and the militia at a 1. But first we'll do our shore bombard at a 2 for our heavy cruiser. And it misses, so now we'll go into the combat. So once again, this is our infantry at 1, this is our medium bomber at 7, and this is the defending militia at 1. And that is all misses. And that is a hit on our medium bomber, and the militia misses. So we will take over Tripoli. Alright, so all the lane combats, except for that one over there, went relatively well. So we can do all of our sub-attacks now. So here we just have a seaplane attacking these guys at a 3 OS, and that'll be it. The only roll for this. And we do get a hit. That is very nice. I'm assuming it's going to be one of the Italian coastal subs that gets deleted. If instead it wants to be the German sub, Elite Golden will be able to make that decision. I'll make sure to send it in the thing. Or make sure to tell him that he has that choice. But I'm going to go ahead and delete the coastal sub for now. We'll go up here to our fighter attacking this coastal sub. And this is going to be a single roll at 6 or less. That is a 9. So that coastal sub gets to live. And then we'll come down to 835, where we have our fighter and our paired destroyer against this German sub. So our fighter will be in blue, our destroyer will be in red, and the German sub will be in gold. So this is a 6, this is a 4, this is a 3. So the German sub hits, but our fighter also hits. So our destroyer is done, but the German sub is also done. Okay, so at this point, how do I want to play our non-combat moves? Alright, well, this fighter is going to fly back to southern England. The seaplane is going to fly back to Gibraltar. The fighter that attacked Tunisia went 1-2, and then it's going to go 3-4 and land on the light carrier with the first fleet. The attack bomber that attacked Western Egypt is going to land in Lower Egypt. The medium bomber that attacked Tripoli went 1-2-3, and it's going to land in Malta. And what else? That guy's just staying there. The light cruiser is going to go 1-2-3 and join the ships that we have here. Okay, the TB destroyer from the fourth fleet. I guess we can just put all this stuff on this marker. TB destroyer is going to go there. I think our regular destroyer is going to go join our light carrier in the Atlantic. We'll see. So battleship, 2 heavy cruisers. The light cruiser. Well, where did that thing? The TB destroyer is there. The light cruiser. The FEC transport, or whichever transport it was that took Tripoli, is going to go into port in Tripoli. The other 2 have to stay in the sea zone, so they will be here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, so our destroyer from A44 is going to come up 1, 2, and A27. Our fighter is going to land on a light carrier there, and our submarine is going to come out over into A27 as well. I think that's got it for these. Our infantry in Cape Town is going to stay in Cape Town. After that, our stack in Calcutta is going to be on the move, so we're going to take the Gurkha and artillery. I'm going to take most of these infantry in the AA. Let's see, so that's Second Fleet has, yep, just the one destroyer. And then, yeah, so it's only 3 and 3 and 2 planes. We're going to leave 4 infantry and 2 militia in Calcutta, which I mean, I guess we should stick these guys in Calcutta, and then we'll move the 32nd into Bengal. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move some stuff into southern India. I figure this guy is going to get out of Dodge. But you never know. So we do have a rail movement that we could use. Alright, we are going to rail 1 British infantry into Delhi. And then, let's see, yeah, we're just going to do that. Call it a day for these guys. And then we will collect money. So Great Britain, we do have these column combat. So 3 infantry are going to walk into London, and our air transport is going to go into London as well. And then our anti-air is going to come down into southern England. And nothing I can do about that, unfortunately, since this attack did not work out. Apologies, I wasn't really expecting that to fail, so I am having to figure out how I want to do these infantry, divide these up. I think we'll just do it like that. It'll be what it'll be. Alright, that's how we're going to do that. Let's see, our Anzac Destroyer is here. And right, yep, there'll be that. So Great Britain will collect $35. We have 30, and then we collect 5 for wartime bonuses because we have Egypt and Iran as neutral. FEC spent all of its money and collects 8 plus 2, so they'll collect 10, and then Anzac collects $2. So we'll take our FEC infantry and militia, and we'll stick them both into Calcutta. And we'll move on to the French turn. France doesn't have any money to spend. We do need to mark the capital, which is going to be northern Algeria. So we'll take this and mark it here as the Free France capital. French ships are, all the ones in the Med are going to move into M4 and join the British fleet here. So all these subs do have the option to take shots at those 4 ships. Kind of assuming he's not going to want to throw his subs away to that. But, you know, if he does, then that can be rolled out. But that'll be how that goes. And then our submarine is going to go 1, 2, 3 and go into stick in I4. So I think that's going to be the British Commonwealth and Free France turns. Free France collects money. Let's see. Free France is at full income. France, I guess technically is at full income, but is no longer a thing. So let's see. We'll get these things to reset. And Free France only collects 2, so we'll mark them up 2. And then we will pass over the save to Elite Golden for Italy turn 7.